my wife got me this really cool new DJI Spark multi-rotor. It's fits in the palm of your hand. It's a little small one. This is about my fourth flight. Decided to take it up for some altitude to see how it do today. And I'm just learning, so it may seem a little bit jerky at times, but I'm learning the different modes. One of the modes being a tripod mode, stabilizes the jerkiness, and I haven't put it in that as it moves too slow for me to be comfortable with recovering should I get myself in trouble at this time. But here you see me going up to get some altitude and take some pictures, looking down, looking out on the horizon. Here I'm just checking out the controls while I'm getting it set up. You can see the antenna as I'm starting to ascend. This is the super loop antenna in the backyard. That's the balun on the bottom of the antenna, and then we'll come up past the joint in the top of the antenna. I think I flew between the two. So just getting up to the treetop level. That's about 80 feet per the controller, RC controller. And just rising up above the treetops. You can see the mountains in the background on the right. Starting a slow turn. Probably needs to be a little bit slower than it is. And need to dip down the camera gimbal when I go into the sun like that. But you can see we're rising and turning at the same time. Turning a little bit too fast, but still learning. There's the mountains again. Appalachian Mountains. There we go, looking straight down. Probably went too fast with that. Learn how to put it in tripod mode and make that gimbal tilt down happen slower, not so fast. Still ascending, going up to 100 feet and then looking around. It does give you a different perspective when you look down. 100 feet doesn't seem as high as it sounds. There you can see me in the lower left corner as it rotates and climbs. We'll tilt the gimbal up a little bit and make another circle. Nope, tilted it too fast. I have to learn how to tilt that thing slower. It's kind of sensitive. Make another 360-degree turn. Trying to keep it not too fast, but not too slow either. Get too fast, it gets kind of jumpy. You get too slow, you use up all your battery before you get back down to the ground. There we go, tilting the gimbal up again for another loop. See a little bit further out. All the trees with no leaves, or most of them, except the evergreens. There's our cul-de-sac. Neighbors' houses starting to come into view. A lot of woods around this area. A lot of leaves to get up during the wintertime. Looking a little bit further out with the gimbal tilting up just a little bit more on each pass. Yeah, you can see now as it gets a little bit further range, the houses start to flicker. That's where that tripod mode would come in handy and slow down the rotation so that you don't get the flicker. 30 frames per second and passing over all those different objects. I don't know what that was. You can pause it here and see out at the distance and restart it. There we go. The gimbal almost all the way up. There's a good picture of the Appalachian Mountains. Yeah, now the gimbal's all the way up. Remember to dip it down when we go through the sun this time. And that was a maximum of 200 feet. We're coming back down now. Went up to a maximum of 200 feet and then started descending while going around in circles taking pictures. Yeah, realized there that I got too fast on the rotation, had to slow it down a little bit. Yep, too fast on the rotation. Got to slow it down. Houses flicker at that speed. So do the trees. All right, getting ready to descend back through the trees. About back at 100 feet. And get to the top of the trees, they'll be 80 feet. And looking straight down, you can see the super loop at the bottom of the screen right now. As we're rotating and I get to the proper position, I'll have to shift over to come to the other side of that antenna. And there we go. Getting ready to shift over. There we go. Rotating and shifting at the same time to rotate around that wire. Not quite enough. There we go. Missed it. And all the way to the ground. And then hover around for a little bit. And bring the gimbal back up. Pan around. Yeah, that's me. Paying more attention to the controller than the airplane. And looking down again. And then find a steady place to hover so I can go over there and grab it out of the sky. Oh, not yet. That'll be my first attempt at just picking it out of the sky. There we go. You'll see it tilt to the left. That's when I grab it and rotate it to shut it off. That automatically shuts it off when you grab it and rotate it. So it's shut off now and I'm walking back. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.